Hello everyone, and welcome back to a actually new series that I'm starting, or at least this one-shot video. This is 30 things every Minecraft player should know. These are going to be ranging from like pretty basic to kind of obscure things the game doesn't really tell you. And yeah, we're going to start off first with just keybinds and ways to click to move certain things. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to look at is that if you press down the shift key on your keyboard and then click a stack, it'll move that stack. Whatever it is, it'll move it in and out of chests, out of inventory, or whatever you're trying to put it in. Shift clicking it will move it instantly. So have you ever wanted to like drop a stack of items and you sit here and you're pressing Q and it all just comes out at once, you know, one by one. You got to click, 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 and it's pretty annoying. So if you open up your inventory and if you press Control and then Q, it drops the whole stack. Whatever you're holding or whatever you have in your inventory, your cursor over, hitting Control and Q drops the stack. So another thing you may not know is that shift clicking actually lowers the player height by half a block, allowing you to go underneath slabs. This could be useful for secret bases, ways to keep mobs out of areas. But yeah, it lowers you by half a block. Another thing you may not know is that right-clicking armor automatically equips it. Now this is in creative, so it won't remove it from my inventory. But as you can see, I am now wearing full diamond. And all it takes is just right-clicking, and it makes that cool sound too. So we have the hotbar down here, and there are two ways to move about this hotbar. You can either press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by using the numbers to instantly press to get there, or you can use the scroll wheel to move back and forth along it. So this is the scroll wheel I'm using right now, and this is the number presses. Now, to move on to our next segment, we are going to be talking about specifically mining tips. Now, one of the first ones is, if you press F3, it opens this big menu. And this menu has, right where it says X, Y, Z, if you're looking at the Z coordinates, or sorry, if you're looking at the Y coordinates, diamonds spawn on level 11. This is where diamonds spawn. If you want to start strip mining, do it on level 11 to find the most diamonds. Now, let's say for these overly loud zombies that they end up killing you in the caves. Now, all your items go on the ground and they'll just sit there like this. Now, these items will despawn after 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to wherever base or wherever your bed is at to run back down and collect them. But after 5 minutes, they will disappear altogether. Another useful mining tip is that you should always place your torches on either the right or the left side of a cave. Never both, or on the ground, because when you get to a dead end like this, you can know where you were by following the torches on the opposite wall. So since I posted them on the right, then I just follow the left side all the way back to where my strip mine was. Now, to move on, we're going to talk about some more game mechanic-y things now. So the first one is that 1 coal in a furnace will smelt exactly 8 items. So to smelt a stack, you'll need roughly 8 coal. Another game mechanic, looking specifically at the F3 menu, is that down closer to the bottom of the left side, there's something called local difficulty. Now, this number basically tells the game how to spawn mobs. To spawn them just plain, no armor, no weapons. But as you spend more time, you see there's a day counter next to it. As you spend more time in an area, it'll actually go up and it'll cap at 6. Now, the other special thing about local difficulty is it's also affected by the phases of the moon. So it'll cap around 6, but on a full moon, it'll be around 6.60. And that's the hardest difficulty that an area is. Now, this is a local difficulty, so it's contained to your local region. If you leave and go start a base somewhere else, that number will go back down. So it's just how the game advances mobs for how you advance in a certain amount of time in an area. Now, the next thing we want to look at is light level. Now, mobs will spawn at light level 7. So you can see again in the F3 menu that there is a client light and server light. If you're playing on single player, those won't matter. It really only matters the difference if there's mods or anything. But client light is 15, and you can see the sky is at 15. The sky will always be at 15, but block is at 0. So as we walk closer to this torch, it'll start going up. Now, mobs will spawn at 7, so right here. So anywhere closer to this torch, mobs will not spawn, but anywhere past this, they will. So if you're lighting up your base or lighting up a cave and you just happen to press F3, if there's even a single block that says 7, a mob will spawn there. So the next game mechanic we're going to talk about is a hidden mechanic called saturation. Now, what saturation is that these 3 food items, we have a cake, a steak, and a golden carrot. Now, cake gives you 1 hunger bar. One of those little meat sticks down by my hot bar. Now, it also gives the lowest amount of saturation. And what saturation is the time it takes for you to get hungry again. So, cake has the lowest with a 0.4 saturation. 1 slice of cake, 0.4 saturation. Steak is pretty high with 12 points of saturation and 4 hunger bars restored. But the highest that you reasonably can get is the golden carrot. Now, the golden carrot provides only 3 hunger bars, 3 meat sticks, but it gives 14 saturation, making it a long time before you have to eat again. The highest saturation level is a suspicious stew that's crafted with a dandelion, and that will give 20 points of saturation because the status effect itself is saturation. So if you're looking for some good foods to sustain you for a long time, look for either steak or golden carrots. Another food-related thing not many people know about is that chicken, raw chicken, can actually make you sick. So if we eat this, we get the hunger status effect from eating raw chicken. So, stay away from salmonella, kids. Don't eat raw chicken. So, another thing you may not know about Minecraft is, during a thunderstorm, other than lightning strikes and many scary things as the sky turning black, mobs can also spawn during thunderstorms because it drops the light level down enough where they can spawn. So stay inside during thunderstorms or go to bed. You can sleep through thunderstorms. So another thing you may not know is that swords have a higher attack speed and a pretty good damage, but axes actually have a higher attack damage but lower speed. So if you want to do pretty good damage and kite a monster along, hitting with a sword's a good way, but you get your axe out, it's pretty good at hitting them, but it just takes a little bit longer to recharge back up. See the recharge? Takes a little bit longer. Another commonly unknown thing is that, well, fences are impossible for you to jump over and keep mobs inside them. If you put a carpet on top of a fence, it allows you, the player, to jump over, but not mobs. So, if we get some weight here, they can't get over that. They don't even try jumping. But you can get in and out with ease. So there are a few blocks in the game that don't have respective tools to break them, or you wouldn't think they do, such as leaves, hay bales, and nether wart blocks. And breaking them with your hand, it's okay, it gets it done. But you may not know is that the hoe is actually the main tool for breaking these. As we can see, it uses durability and mines it much faster than my hand. So, keep a hoe on you for the next time you need to break some of these blocks. So now another little known fact, which now we're moving more onto fun tips, less game mechanics, is that an enchanting table only needs 15 bookshelves to be fully powered. So you put them just around this, and you see if we get this many, We're still at 14 for the max enchantment. But we add 6 more in any way around it. Could be on this side, could be on this side. Any way around it. And now we have 30. If we break one, 28. So 15 bookshelves to get a fully maxed out enchanting table. Another useful fact is that you only need 10 obsidian to go to the nether. Now, what I mean by this is that you don't have to fill in the corner blocks. You can leave those open. So just fill them with cobblestone or anything else. And boom, there's another portal. And if you want to make a nether portal and a enchanting table, that is only 14 blocks you'll need from the mine. So keep that number in mind. So while in the nether, you'll experience, or you'll find, a lot of these guys. These are piglins. Now these pigmen are very angry if you're not wearing gold. So I'm going to put on this chest plate, and then I'm going to set my game mode to survival, and look. I can walk right up to him. He's fine. He doesn't want to hurt me, but the moment I take it off, look at him. He starts loading the crossbow, and he's going to fire at me. Yep, see? And then if I put it back on, instantly not aggro. So when you go to the nether, make sure to bring something gold on you. So another little known fact is that bees will actually help crops grow by pollinating them. All they need to do is get to a flower, get a little pollen on them, and then fly over the crops. It doesn't seem to be happening right now, but it will happen. So keep your bees close to your crops. Now, another thing to note is that when you try to get honey or honeycombs from beehives, bees will turn aggro if they've actually have it. But a way to make them not turn aggro is you place a campfire right underneath it. You're able to harvest honeycombs and honey from beehives without them getting upset. Now, while on the topic of campfires, campfires are a great way to cook food without using any coal. So you just plop up to 4 of any type of food that can be cooked on a campfire, and just wait a bit and they'll pop off. It does take a little bit more time than putting them in a furnace, but it uses no coal. So you just wait till they cook and they'll just pop off. There we go. Look, they started popping off. And there we have it, 4 steak with no coal used. Now, on the topic of bees and flowers, any too tall flower block can be bone mealed indefinitely to produce more of that flower. So if you ever need dyes, it's a great way to turn bone meal straight into more flour. Now, another fun thing you can do is you don't actually need a fishing rod to go fishing. You can directly just jump in the water with a bucket already filled with water, right-click on a fish, and you will catch the fish with that bucket. And it will say tropical fish or whatever fish it is, but dumping it out will put it right back the same type of fish that it was. Even has the cool name right there. Now, another unknown thing is that if a skeleton ends up shooting a creeper, it will drop a music disc. Now, to get that to happen, you usually gotta hit the creeper a couple times and then get the skeleton to shoot him, so it's a very hard thing to do, but they will drop a random music disc. We got Strad. Another fun thing you may not know about horses is that each horse has a custom movement speed, so how fast they can go, custom hearts, and a custom jump height. So once you're done taming them, you just put a saddle on them, and then see how fast they can go, how many blocks high they can jump. Ooh, it looks like this guy is not a good jumper or a good runner. But they all have different healths, and breeding them together will take the average of those two. So keep that in mind when breeding 2 horses together. Another thing you may not know about villages and villagers is that if you attack a villager to the point of killing them, the iron golems will get very upset at you. Look, oh yeah, he came right for me. Another unknown thing may be that zombie villagers can actually be cured. So, if you hit them with a splash potion of weakness, and then feed them a golden apple... Ooh, that was loud. They will start shaking like this. Now, they still can attack you in this mode. So, if you go into survival, he'll still try to kill me, so you better get out of there. But after about 5 minutes, he will get cured. So let's wait for that to happen. Ugh. This is like watching paint dry or grass grow. Come on, buddy. I know you can do it. I believe in you. And there it is. He's cured. Look at that. And all of his trades, whenever he gets them, which currently right now he doesn't have any, will be severely discounted for you and you alone because you cured him. Well, that was 30 Minecraft facts that everyone should know. New players, old players, everyone, you all should know it. And I just like to say thank you for watching this video. I'm trying out some new content like this, and if you like it and want to see a part 2, please let me know. Or maybe even specifics, like 30 facts every player should know about the Nether, or about mining. And yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you all for watching. I have been Seth M. Official, and peace out.